Hello everybody and welcome to this week's car review. Today we have something pretty cool. We have a C7 2014 Chevy Corvette, and more specifically it's the LZ3 Z51 package, which means it's got some carbon fiber and some other cool nifty things here and there. We'll go ahead and give a full walk around so you guys can see all that. Let's go ahead and jump into this car review. We're going to go ahead and start our walk around of the C7. As you can see, it's basically all blacked out everywhere except for the Stingray on the side. Got the nice tint on the sides, the nice black grills right here over the wheel wells. Sorry my pronunciation. We go around, we see that we have the quad exhaust there. Looks very nice. Overall, it's very, attention to detail. And the nice part is the exposed carbon I was talking about earlier is right up here on the roof, which is actually removable to make it a convertible, as you can see right here. But yeah, overall, the car looks really nice. It catches people's eye when you drive by, so that's a nice factor about it. If you're looking, to show off a little bit, definitely has that appeal to it. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on into the interior of the C7. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I'm actually very impressed with this interior overall. As you can see, they did a really good job with the silver and black. It's actually a comfortable car, which I know a lot of Chevy Corvettes people complained about. It just wasn't up to date with the tech, and this is a manual, which is awesome. But we have a huge LCD screen right there, which is really nice. We got some nice buttons, the classic Corvette look and feel. But actually, it is comfortable, which is surprising. So we'll go ahead and do a little more in-depth tour once we're driving it. But as you can just see a quick look, it is pretty nice. Alright, so we're in the car now, as you can see. I wanted to point out that it does have Bose speakers everywhere, so it's fully surround sound all the way around the car. As you can see, the radio does sound really good. There is really good bass. I don't want to play it for too long because the whole copyright thing. But the user interface is really friendly. And I think my favorite part about the car so far is that it has vented seats. As you can see right here, on each side, you can turn on the heated or a vented seat, which is super nice on a hot day like this. The shifts are really good in this car. It's really smooth. You can definitely tell it's a performance car. There's really no lag at all since there's not any turbos. So it's just instant power and you can feel it. It's actually pretty quiet in the cab, which is surprising. And this is a 7-speed gearbox with reverse being in the bottom right. So, it's your standard American 7-speed. It's really fun to drive. It has a great feel to it. It's a stiff steering. The cab's pretty quiet, and we will show you guys how we can take off the roof next. But I want to do a quick driving segment. I really enjoy driving this car. I think it's a lot of fun, especially on the highways, because it's an 8-cylinder. It'll shut down to 4 cylinders actually, and you'll get above 30 miles per gallon, which I think is really impressive. So that's one thing I think is pretty cool about this car. You get really good gas mileage. And other than that, I think my little ramble's over, so let's go ahead and get into the next feature. So one of my favorite features about this car is the heads-up display. As you can see, it shows me what gear I'm in and the speed and the RPMs and how many G's I'm pulling, which is super nice. It's really convenient because I never have to take my eyes off the road. I don't have to try to remember what gear I'm in, so that's super cool. That's one of my favorite features about this car. The last thing I want to show you guys about this car is the different driving modes that we have. As you can see, the first one we have is over here, which is weather. The next one we have is eco. The next one, wrong way, we have is touring. And the next is sport. And the very last is track, my personal favorite. As you can see, there is quite a bit there to choose from, which is really nice. They give you the option. And as you can see, the paint just shimmers here with all of its little sparkles out here in the sun. It's extremely pretty paint, and even the black has the flakes in it, as you can see right there. and the exposed carbon up here on the roof. And the next thing I want to show you guys is how to take the roof off, because this whole carbon piece right here comes off and it becomes a convertible. It's very simple. All you do is pull that one main latch right here down, and then you have two more latches, one here, like so. You just pull it out like that, and it's unhooked. And you do the same on the other side behind that window blocker thing. I forgot what that's called. And yeah, you just lift the roof off, and it's extremely light since it is carbon fiber. And another cool part is, if I remember how to open the trunk somehow, which I don't, but you know, that's why we have a fancy key, and we just hit open trunk button, which doesn't really have a trunk. It actually slides in perfectly right here, and it latches on both sides. So you can see right here the latch. So that way when you're driving, you can drive fast, you know, take windy roads, have some fun with the car, you know, kind of put it sideways, and it will hold that roof in place in your trunk. And I actually am surprised at how big this trunk is. You know, it's fairly big. It's impressive. Alright, so this is basically coming down to the end of the car review. I forgot to mention in the beginning, this car does have 455 horsepower as well as 455 feet-pounds of torque. So that is pretty cool. The 0 to 60 is 3.8 seconds, and you know, the car only weighs 2,800 pounds, which is extremely light for the size of the car, which makes it, you know, that's why it has 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If I were to guys give you a tip, if you're thinking about buying this car or not, I definitely would. You know, they're not too expensive for how much power you get and the fun that it does give you. You know, it provides a lot of thrill and a lot of joy, in my opinion. So I would definitely give it a double thumbs up on buying. I enjoy it, and I think my family enjoys it. So that's pretty much my advice. If you have any more questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. If you guys would like to see different things like burnouts, donuts in this car, go ahead and let me know, and I'll take it out and see what we can do. So go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.